Okay, so I just wanted to talk about Joanna for a moment because I think all of us, when she was still around, had a really strong affection for her. She was just a really dynamic person, a really dynamic scholar, and provided a lot of energy for the organization there. She wasn't around too many years after she first got me involved in 2003 or 2002. I had been out when she was still at Iowa. I'd been out to visit and give a talk in the department, and I think a Roy lecture as well. Just a really strong dynamic force in the organization there for a lot of years. And I had some sense that she had had health problems, but I had no real idea of what it was that was going on with her. And it was a real shock when she passed away. And you know, kind of the decision-making process that she went through to have the baby, to have the son, and kind of forego the treatments that would have you know, maybe saved her life or maybe prolonged it.
I do look back with sadness whenever I think about Joanna Ploeger. She wrote a good book. It was not finished. Actually, it was finished by the time she died. We went back into her computer and found the manuscript, put all the different files together. It was a book. So she had been working with the University of South Carolina Press to bring it down. I said, I wrote the guide, and I said, that sucker's done. I said, you know. And so we published it, and it got good reviews. And I sent the proceeds. The proceeds went to her child. She died 2 weeks after she gave birth to a child. And somewhere back in there had been a very, very strong, difficult ethical decision, although I was never party to that. That book is on Fermilab, the Rhetoric of Fermilab. And I look back on that as one of, I finished editing it, getting out there, sent copies to the family. I think of that as I think a sadness when I don't. She's friends with other people in the organization that are still very active. She and Karen Taylor were very close. That's a thing I look back on. So I don't want to lose her memory. We have a Joanna Ploeger Prize, right, for the essay. Well, I'm going to keep doing that.
The year after she passed away, I remember that I brought muslin fabric to the pre-conference and fabric markers, and had everybody at the pre-conference sign the little blocks of fabric with wishes for her son. And I sewed them together as part of a baby blanket that I sent to Joanna's husband. And you know, my memories of the pre-conference are much more those personal moments, are much more the jokes and the things that we laughed about from year to year, as opposed to any specific paper that somebody gave at something, or some striking intellectual moment. It was you know, a lot of those personal connections and those opportunities to bond as people, as opposed to the kind of undergird and provide the community for ARST. You know, research topics come and go, but it's those type of friendships that last longer.